Well, if you're a retro gaming enthusiast or just old like me, you may remember Lode Runner, one of the most popular games ever written for the old 8-bit computers. And here it is on the Atari ST. And if you like the interface, like the game, you're going to love the new free version that was just released. Now this is Mad Monk's Revenge. It's basically a clone or a ripoff of the old Lode Runner, a specific version of it. And what's great about this is that it's available for more than one operating system. So I'm a Windows 10 guy, so I'm going to go down here, click on Downloads, and there's the list of all the ones that it's available for. And I'm going to, of course, click on this one for Windows 7 Plus, anything above Windows 7. I'm going to create a directory here. I have a download directory where I keep all my games at, downloadable games. So if I go to your downloads, to my game directory, and I'm going to create a new directory. That's just the way I do it. You can save it wherever you want or however you want to do it. I'm going to create a new folder called Lode Runner. And then I'm going to go inside here and download the file there. Now once the file is downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and click on it to extract it, because this is a Windows zip file. So once I extract it, extract all, and I'm set up to go ahead and open up a new window when it's finished. Now you don't want to leave this here in your download. Now you can leave the zip there, but you want to move the actual game installation somewhere else. I keep all my games on my F drive. So I go over here to my F drive, I find the games directory that I've created there. This is where I have all my Steam games and other games as well. And I'm just going to simply drag and drop this extracted directory over here. Now that I have it in its permanent location, I'm going to go ahead and right click on the exe and add to start. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to move this over to my DOS game. It's not really a DOS game, but it's, it's in that genre of DOS games, old DOS games. Now, because it doesn't use the standard install, you're going to get a warning because Windows is going to protect your PC because it doesn't follow the rules. So I'm going to click on More Info over here because I'm going to go ahead and allow it to run. So all you have to do is click over here and say Run Anyway. Now, I understand if you're a little reluctant and you want to make sure it doesn't have viruses, but go ahead and check online, do some research. You'll find that there's no problems with it. As long as it's being downloaded from this website, you should be okay. Now when you first run it, it'll probably come up in full screen mode. I just put it in a window. Now they have a very nice intro here with the original Sierra logo and music, a tribute to the original creators of the program, at least under this version. And then they have, of course, a little walk-on by their little character. So you can click on this screen by the way anytime, it'll jump right to the game menu. So here we are at the menu, and I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay here to give you an idea of what it looks like. Run through a couple things to do in other levels, just to give you an idea of the kind of action you're going to get. But this is not a how to play the game. This is going to be how to configure it and run it. So you can access the settings from the main screen that you saw. You can also access it during the game. Anytime you want, you can pause the game. But let's go and bring up the menu here, and we're going to go down here to where it says Options. Now, not only does this game has a bunch of options, but it has a built-in editor, just like the original. So first you want to go there and select if you want to have a different type of language. This one turns off your balloons help. Game speed, you can go crazy speed. I would suggest you leave it at 45 to 50. The aliasing or blasting style is the old new version. I like the original or the default one. I like the looks of it. And again, if we click on the monitor here, you'll get the full screen option where you can click and it'll go to full screen or stretch to fit, or you can choose a window size by using a slider just below that. Now underneath that you have filtering with you where you have bilinear filtering turned on or not. I happen to like the one, the original one. It's a little sharper or a little more crisper. Now as far as sound, they have sound FX enabled or not, depends upon your sound card of course. I didn't investigate the audio DLC yet. But you have configurations here for up to 4 players, which if you have player 1 highlighted, you can click on mouse or keyboard for that person. And then you can see the actions over here. that each one of those things do. You click on the next player, you can do, of course, you would set them up for different things, and also for third and fourth players as well. And by the way, if one of your players is using the joystick, you can turn on or turn off force feedback. I haven't investigated function key support, but it allows it to do certain things, I'm guessing, for saving and loading. So if we go over here to here, we can save games here. We can create their own save point anytime during the game. And you may want to do it sometime during the game, because down here you'll see how many lives you have. I have 10 lives right now early on. How many points, as player 1, by the way, it changes for each one. And you can get trapped in this game, so you can actually click on the little skull and crossbones and it'll delete them into oblivion and they'll appear somewhere else. Basically, you're forcing to death. And you have the points, what level you're on, and then later levels you can see how many keys you have, what kind of tool that is, and how many bombs you might be carrying. One last thing, let's say you're playing but you just need to quit really quick. If you forget to save a game first, when you say quit, it actually prompts you for that. So you just say yes, you give it a new save name here, and I'm going to put in here whatever, level 7, because that tells me where I left off at, which is a very good way of naming it. At least I think so. And I'm going to change, of course, the built-in name of Jake Peril to Old Guy Geek, and hit OK, and boom. And you notice I'm there now in the list, so it'll save your position of all your games. Now that we're back in the main menu, we just look down here, and you notice that there's other options. A 2-player per game on the same machine, and it actually has a multiplayer game on different machines. And here's the editor, and that's what we're going to look at next. It's quite complex, and I'm going to start out sort of backwards, but there's a whole bunch of function buttons here. You can create a puzzle group and add puzzles there. For example, levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a particular group of a style that you want to do. So you would have multiple puzzles. I'm going to change the background first. Click around here. You'll see it comes with some already drawn ones for you. So you can change the levels or the background for every level that you're creating. Basically, it's a very nice drag and drop kind of editor. You can click on a function over there and just start drawing out items that you want to create. And it gets quite sophisticated as far as connecting things together, doing all that kind of stuff. So you just play around with that. And each time you do something, it has a nice undo function, so you can actually undo the last thing you did, start again from there. Now here you just play around with the controls. You want to drag between things, do that. You want to add different areas. Do whatever you want to do as far as adding that. There's even a copy and paste function where you can paste in new stuff. But what's really nice is this down here. This is how you add other elements to your design. Different people, different ladders, all that stuff. You just choose it, come over here, you draw a ladder in, and boom, there it is. You come over here, put in coins, put in people, put in the rails across the top where people can hang from. It's all available just by clicking on this box down here and then choosing whatever you want. What's really amazing about all this is once you have your layout done and you think you're ready to go, there's a test. You can just go down here on the far right, click on that, and it's test this puzzle. And now you're playing the game with your design. For example, right now, if I do this, I can't get out of this. There's no way to go. So I go, oh, I have to try again. So here I would add a ladder to get out of there, go back in and do whatever I need to do over here to make this puzzle work, and then test it again. Of course, then you would save it at the very end. So there you have it, how to get Monk's Revenge, how to download it, install it, set it up, configure it, and even how to create your own levels to play. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Hey, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like this video. And if you want to get more, just subscribe to Old Guy Geek. You can also follow me at Facebook or Twitter. The links to those are in the description of this video.